Codes 316, Study Session 11, The Parliament and Parliamentary Procedures. The Parliament. The Constitution established a Parliament which constituted of the President and a bicameral legislature, that is, an upper house of Senate and a lower house of Representatives. The Senate was made up of 57 members as follows: 12 senators from each region. These senators were actually appointed by the regional legislature from among people nominated by the governor of each region. Lagos also contributed 4 senators made up of Oba of Lagos and a white cap chief, and 2 other persons chosen by the Prime Minister. There were 5 other members that were expected to be appointed by the President on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Constitution also established the House of Representatives. It constituted of 312 members or 313 members. If the Speaker was chosen from outside the House of Representatives, minimum of age of the House of Representatives was 21. He must not be bankrupt, no criminal record, positive image within the community. He must also contest an election in a federal constituency and win. The power and functions of the legislature. The Constitution empowered the legislature the power to make laws for all parts of Nigeria. The Constitution also established a legislative list consisting of the exclusive and concurrent list. The authority to legislate on all items in the exclusive list was vested in the Parliament. It also shared its responsibilities for legislation on all those items in the concurrent list, where there was a conflict between an act of federal parliament and a law by a regional government on any of the items in the concurrent list. The Constitution stipulated that of the federal parliament should supersede that of the region either completely or to the extent of the regional incompatibility of federal legislation. We should note that all those items not specifically listed in the exclusive and concurrent list were regarded as falling within the exclusive jurisdiction of regional governments. Parliamentary procedures. The process of legislating both at federal and regional levels is very similar. A law could begin either as a public or private member bill. A bill is just a proposal that either the government or a private member would like the Parliament to consider and pass into law. Once a proposal has been drafted into a bill, it could be submitted to the legislature, usually the House of Representatives in the case of the Federal Parliament or the House of Assembly in the case of regional government. In the House to which it is submitted, the bill goes through 4 stages. The first stage was the first reading, followed by the second reading, followed by the committee stage, and finally, the third reading. Once a bill has passed the third reading, it was sent to the House of Senate, where it would go through the same process. The Senate had powers to reject any constitutional amendments. It also had powers to delay a money or appropriation bill for 1 month or non-payment bill to the beginning of a new session of Parliament. The Senate had powers to suggest amendments to any bill sent to it from the House of Representatives, and if the suggestion is accepted by the House of Representatives, it became part of the bill. The relationship between the 2 houses is paradoxical, in the sense that while the Senate was the upper house, the House of Representatives enjoyed more powers. The Parliament also exercised some other powers apart from lawmaking. Perhaps the most important of these was the power to control and check the executive. The executive was collectively responsible to the Parliament for the acts of the Council of Ministers and its individual members. The Parliament could question any deed of the executive, and there was provision for question time in the legislative process, during which the Prime Minister could be invited to account or provide information on any matter of relevance. The ultimate power of the Federal Parliament to control the executive was the power to censure the executive. This could take the form of passing a vote of no confidence or a rejection of a very important bill of the executive. When the legislature passes a motion or vote of no confidence, the executive was required to resign. This was a very powerful instrument given to the Parliament by the Constitution. Study session summary. As a follow-up to Lecture 10, this lecture discussed the formation and functions of the Parliament, as well as legislative procedures in a parliamentary system of government. End of study session 11. Thank you for listening.